Ah, hey, Brian here from Anti-Rocker Society.
Sure.
And today is our very first episode of Inline Hotline, rollerblading's first voicemail vent line, I think.
Sure.
And I thought it'd be perfect to bring on our very first Five Grinds guest today, Andy. Hey, Andy.
How's it going?
Welcome back. Do you know what we're doing today?
I have an idea, but, being the guinea pig again, we'll see.
I appreciate it. You're game. It could have been anything, but you just said yes. I appreciate you. Okay, so just so we don't dive right into it, again, this is Inline Hotline. We've changed the name. It is a voicemail vent line where bladers can call in. You can ask for advice. You can vent a little bit. You can tell us a story. You can pose the question, a would you rather, whatever. This is going to be a bat crazy fun time, and I hope it is. And we're here for it. Hopefully we get some new guests every time, some surprise guests, even some surprise callers. But just so we kind of soften the entrance in, let me start with a little game for you, Andy. We'll play. You ever heard of Hump Kill Mary?
Hump Kill Mary, maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds like a high school game.
Yeah, exactly. I say like three people's names, and you have to pick one to hump, one to kill, one to marry. We're not doing that. We're doing a variation on that. A game that I call Skate, Update, or Destroy. All right. So I'm going to give you three skates, and you choose which one you're going to just skate, which one you're going to update, and which one you're going to destroy. Okay.
Sure.
So first skate is Solomon, K2 Fatty, or Rollerblade TRS, the skinned ones.
Well, I would update the K2 Fatty since that was the original skate. I used to skate a long time ago. Never skated a Solomon, so destroy that. And then maybe just keep Rollerblade by itself. Hey, that's
you just
me.
Triggered so many people.
With all the Solomons. I've never skated Solomon, so I wouldn't know. Sorry, Solomon skaters.
Even I'm triggered a little bit, but I respect that. I respect that.
Definitely bring back the K2 Fatties.
Yeah.
Update it.
Okay, I would say, to be honest, I love the Solomons, but I was between their sizes. Like I had to wear an 11, and the 11 had like that much more space, so they never felt perfect. But I did feel like I did the most gaps because they had like a really thick heel pad. They fit amazing back in the day. So I would say I just skate them.
Okay.
Then update. I would update the Fatty. Yeah, bring it back. Let's see what you can do nowadays with modern stuff. Like the most recent Fatty, it looked cool, but I don't know how it skated. Like people don't really talk about that as much as they did the original from back in the day,
So I'll let you know, mid 2000s. So I stopped for a long time, and I was thinking to myself, hey, it'd be nice to roll around again. And I looked up K2.
Like a lot of us did.
It looked like a snowboard boot. No, that thing was so freaking heavy. And it was so odd. I skated. I looked at it, and then when obviously with the M12s, I switched to M12s and thems. I took that boot and I threw it away. So if we're talking about K2 Fatties, it has to be the original, like the first and second gen.
Yeah, white or red,
Update
or
that.
black or red. Yeah.
Yeah, update that.
Yeah.
But no, not the recent one that they came out. If I remember correctly, no, that thing was a piece of junk. So you can throw that away too.
Destroy that as well. And then I would destroy the TRS. I love those skates. That was the era like Demetrius George style where everyone skated with like very little buckle or open buckle. Like I skated to those like that. They just felt so damn bulky. I thought they just looked cool, but I never thought they skated great, to be honest.
But those were the iconic skates, right? I think the original TRS is made by like Rossi's, but that's just the iconic silhouette. Yeah. I would keep those.
Well, I'm talking
Brings
about
back memories.
Sorry, I'm talking about the 2000s era skinned TRS, like the Alex Broskow.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember Lucas was skating those. I never skated those too. They look neat. They look like a shoe.
Yeah, but they were heavy as hell, dude. They were so damn heavy. But dude, they look so damn cool for the time. So, I mean, let's get on in. Do you see my screen right now, Andy?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the voicemails. I'm gonna let you pick. I picked some. I made some titles that kind of hints to what the subject matter might be. Okay.
Okay, so we'll go skate spots.
Skate spots. Okay, you count it down. All right.
Okay, on three, two, one. Okay, three, two, one.
Sure, sure. Hey, this is Jordan from San Lorenzo. Tell me, what are some of your favorite skate spots that you were growing up? You know, I've been rollerblading since 1995, and a lot of the spots that I went to when I was a kid are no longer around. They've been torn down, renovated, capped off. You know, back when I was 13 years old, I have a picture of myself doing a Royale down Hubba's Hideout, and you know that picture is really special to me because at the time I had no idea that place would be torn down eventually, and it's such a legendary spot. You know, it's really cool to have that. So, yeah, tell me about some.
I lost him a little bit.
So, what are places that you missed that you wish were still around?
Okay.
Thanks.
Got it.
Yeah, well, he says in the iconic Hubba's Hideout. I actually had the opportunity to skate that long time ago. I guess he's a fellow skater since 1995 too. Wow. Okay.
Old school, older blader.
Old school, older blader. That's right.
Yeah. Also, like a lot of these people reached out on Instagram. So if you have an Instagram you want to share, like you can send a follow up photo. Like I'd love to get that photo from you, Jordan, of that picture of you at Hubba's Hideout. That's legendary. Not too many of those exist anymore, you know. But yeah, go on, Andy. You skated there. What was it like?
It was a neat ledge. What Chinatown, big bridge. I remember that. Obviously, it goes down. I don't know. It looked like it was like waist or so high, but
Dude, it was so high.
yeah, it was pretty high. So you had to really gap out there. Obviously, back in the late '90s, I was young and light and springy, but I just remember like skating that a long time ago. But yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. Unfortunately, it's gone. I did see some YouTube. There's a skateboarding competition where they kind of replicated that. That was pretty neat.
That was very
Wish
cool.
I skated that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 95. That's when it first started. What, Chris Edward, Arlo Eisenberg, watching Airborne, old school stuff. Going to Stanford was our street spot back in the day. So there wasn't too many skate parks, like he said. I remember there was a van skate park in Milpitas
That was
at
the
the
big
Great
one.
Mall.
Yeah. Paid.
Yeah, that was probably the only one. No, there was another one I think in Menlo Park that we went to, but again, it was just all street. And I remember downtown San Jose was another spot. There was a courthouse ledge, iconic courthouse ledge, which is gone. You know, Cesar Chavez, a whole bunch of ledges and rails. So that was it back in the days.
Yeah, I remember going to Hubba's Hideout for the first time back in the day, and being so hyped seeing it in like VG4, like people just destroying that down ledge. And then going up to Hubba's in person, that was like nipple height. I was like, yeah, right, dude, I can't skate this. Like I tried like, you know, cause it's a short stair gap. So I like gapped it a few times just to see if I can reach that height. I just didn't have enough hops to do it at the time. And by the time I did, it was torn down. So,
Right. Yeah.
But in terms of skate spots that could be revived, I would say like the old skate spot I used to do back in the day called Selleck Park in South San Francisco.
Okay.
It's still around. It's kind of shaved down, but you could probably revive it. But I would say what I miss that people don't talk about as much was Mini Hubba's or Mini Hubba. It was down the street towards Justin Herman Plaza, and they had this very long wax down ledge and like a 2-stair gap, and people just got super creative. I liked it more just because there's something to skate there for me. And like, yeah, I think I just remember crowds of bladers in the heyday, like, you know, 30, 40 deep, just chilling, clapping for each other and just like doing the most. I think there's a clip of Vinnie Minton doing a backflip off of the 2-set there that just everyone was chanting. Legendary, man. Super fun. But yeah, that's a great one. Go for it.
I was going to say, I do have to give it up. Things change now. It's like when you ask for street spots, it's very hard to find or it's gone. But I do appreciate all the skate parks. You know, being an older blader now, I can't jump as high, but it's nice to, you know, do transitions. And they have my favorite bump to ledge where he throws you up onto a ledge. But we have a lot of skate park options now. And it is safer too, I guess. But I do miss kind of like the iconic street spots too. But like you said, most of them are all gone.
Yeah, it's sad. But, you know, I think it's the era of, at least for older bladers, it's the era of park skating now, right? Because there's a lot more parks now. You don't have to deal with getting kicked out or getting a ticket or anything like that. So for me, I'm like, I'd prefer it. Like street's still fun, but I prefer, give me some soft ground, give me some
Yeah.
waxed ass coping, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Great. All right, next one. What should we do?
Let's do pet peeves. I'm curious on that one.
Pet peeves. All right, count
Okay.
us down, and then I'll play it.
All right. 3, 2, and 1.
Shirt. This is Big Homie Biz from Long Beach, California, via the Bay Area. All right, my question is, what is a rollerblading pet peeve? And not just like what the industry's doing, but like what's something when you're skating you can't stand to do. Mine is any kind of rail that has that's sitting on top of a ledge. I don't know what it is in my brain. It just breaks when that happens. It's like, am I locking the brain? Am I locking the ledge, or am I locked in the rail? What's going on here? So, what's your rollerblading pet peeve?
All right. So thanks, Biz, for calling in. Much appreciated. First of all, was he saying like like a ledge rail where it's like a nice ledge that has a rail just attached to it?
So I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's actually some legendary ledge rails, but if that's the case, yeah, it's like, I feel like you get less cred because the rail is right up against a ledge, so there's a safety net there, right? So I get that.
No, I get that. Yeah, you're kind of like brains. Like, is it a ledge or is it a rail? But I figure it reminds me of like coping on ledges. I'm sure in my mind, if there's a rail on a ledge, it'd be more safe for me versus just seeing a rail these days. Since I don't do handrails as much anymore, like back in the days. So that thing scares the crap out of me till this day.
Yeah, the depth perception. I don't know if I have that accuracy. Like it's scary. What's a good pet peeve of yours in rollerblading?
Well, I'll definitely tell you pet peeves. I'm sure you've seen it. So like Lakewood and skate parks, I call them bees. Little children, parents who drop off children at the skate park, letting them run around, right? And just expecting other people to watch out. No, there's etiquette and stuff. It's just little bees around. It's like, okay, let's throw them in the skate park. No, and then even kids they throw in the skate park that don't even skate. Because I had a situation, because I guess little kids now don't have situational awareness. I was going up Lakewood off the launch ramp, and I saw the kid in the corner of my eye, and he stopped. So I was like, okay, I can go. As I went over the launch ramp, he went, and I did a 180, and I was like, shit. And he stopped, kicked the skateboard back, and I saw the skateboard rolling behind me. Boom. I tripped over and hit my head. I was just so mad.
Yeah.
But obviously, the kid, when I got up, I just looked at him. I was like, what the heck? And then eventually my other buddy told him, say, hey, you can't do that. And he came up. He said, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I felt bad. I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, you know what? Just watch out, right? Don't just aimlessly go around.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I think it is a public space. So technically do what you want, but also like you are susceptible to the repercussions of doing whatever you want, right? Like I think parents should know. I was talking to my buddy Kel. You know Kel, yeah. Like parents should get like a how-to video or something like that because there's park etiquette, right? And there are behaviors that you should watch for. So I don't know, maybe I should make a video or something. But like I think typically you watch patterns because skaters do the same obstacle typically for like 20-minute chunks at a time, right? So if someone's doing an obstacle, just know that predictable behavior is going to be there. It's not going to change for the most part. And watch for your surroundings, right? And so that's how you can like watch out for yourself. Kids are so unpredictable. They're not looking around. Like you stop, you look around. You go, you look around. You got to keep situational awareness. That's
well, I also blame it on the parents too. It's kind of like crosswalks. You're not going to just let your kid randomly walk across and then boom, gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
Same situation, like I teach my niece and nephew, like look both ways, just having that situational awareness. Or if you're going to play in the yard with other kids, just be careful, be aware of other people so you don't get hit, right?
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation last Friday, this other skateboarder, same conversation. He saw a kid. He goes, I can save myself by checking him, but then what's going to happen is I'm going to be blamed by the parent for their kid aimlessly. For me, it's kind of like, am I going to get hurt or they're going to get hurt? But fortunately, he jumped off his skateboard. He like grabbed the kid and put him to his side while he was like tumbling. And then I guess he was telling me that his older sister came. So, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, it's not his fault. It's like, it's just how people think. So no win-win situation.
Was it you that shared that picture of that like skate park in China where like it was nothing but kids sliding down the ramps and parents sitting on the bowl ledge and stuff like that?
No, I think so. It's crazy.
That triggered me so hard. I was like, there's no awareness there. Bad parents.
Well, to a little kid, that transition looks like a slide. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. But that ain't it. It's not it.
And there's a playground right next to there, right next to the skate park.
That was the worst.
At the skate park, it's like, why are you not playing the playground?
That was the worst.
Whatever.
Okay, what's my pet peeve? Let me think. Not what the industry doing, but at parks, at the set. You know my pet peeve, and there's nothing I can do about it except maybe get good, quote unquote. But like the perfect skate spot, but the floor sucks. Right? Where it's like the ledges are amazing, but there's bricks in a weird, like they're not perfect and there's something to trip over, or there's like a line right where you're supposed to jump and like so it throws off your timing. Like that is so annoying. Yeah, I don't know if I'd take a shitty kid over that, but it still annoys me. That's a pet peeve for sure. The little bump right where you're supposed to jump at a skate spot.
Yeah.
Cool. That was a great one. Thanks again, Big Homie Biz. All right, let's keep trucking. What's the next one you want to see?
Let's do back unity.
Back unity. All right, you count us down.
All right. 3, 2, and 1.
Early in the morning, rising to the street, light me up
Who
that
is this?
cigarette, and I'll strap blades on my feet. Hey yo, it's Tina. Go do a back unity. Let's go.
That was fantastic. Tina, you understood the assignment. That's exactly what we needed. I love what I want this to be is just like the most random. Like if it's 3 a.m, you're like, oh, I remember 8564 Blade 1. Call it in. Give me your late night ramblings, whatever you want. I would like to hear the rest of that song.
Yeah.
Tina, you need to come up with the lyrics.
That's our gal, Tina.
Yeah. Also of 5 Grinds fame. Anything else?
Shout out Tina. Get it done. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, congrats on that. She's on Angled Souls team now, right?
She is. Look at her. She's on everything.
Killing it.
She just needs a spacer sponsor because Tina likes to rock the wheels without spacers. Just kidding.
Is she really like a monster?
No, she did one time, and then I guess Walter's changing the bearings. And like, Tina, did you know you've been skiing without bearings? Maybe that's why the wheel's not rolling. But hey, she can still do it. Whatever. She don't need spacers.
She's old school, man. Make it work. I remember.
Make it work.
You know Stephen Lee. He's another old school skater. He was like so damn good. He was, you're skating with your homies, and every now and then you run into these strangers and you see them skate. You're like, oh my god, they're just like the videos. Like they're that good, right? Stefan was one of those people that I just met right at the time, and I remember just complaining like, oh, we don't have any wax, and like it just doesn't grind because there's no wax. And then he just said, make it grind. I'm like, it's a good point. I mean, that's like old school aggressive skating. You just like if you don't have what you need, make it work, right? So yeah, that made me skate more aggressively and like charging at the ledge full speed. You end up grinding more. You wear down your skates faster, but you made it work, right?
Yeah, for me, I probably just left.
That's all we had, man. Also, South Bay, the density of skate spots in the South Bay where you grew up was higher. We only had like 2, 3 that we needed to bust through, So thanks again, Tina. That was fantastic. Love that. Made my morning. Andy, which one's our next one?
Let's check out rollerblading and see what that one's all about.
Rollerblading. All right, count us down.
All right, 3, 2, and 1.
Shirt. Javier Buhonda. Just want to let y'all know, rollerblading's awesome. I love it. It's the best.
Well, thank you, Javier, and rest in peace. It sounded like he chucked himself off a cliff as he was recording that message. Awesome, Javier. Thank you. I think it is awesome, and I think it's even more awesome than ever these days. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, rollerblading is great. I think a lot of people, because of COVID, came back. So I came back, right? I had a 20-year gap. I wish I continued, but it was one of all those things that, when you love something, you dream about it, you never forget it. So I guess in 2021, when everybody's locked down, I wanted to do something, and I was like, you know what? Some more. Can I go rollerblading? She goes, what's that? And I go, inline skating. He goes, sure. And
Yeah.
then I bought a pair of blades and went to Lakewood, met everybody, and here I am now.
Wow. Wait, so your first blades coming back were the M12s?
Yes,
Yeah.
Rosie's M12s, because it was something I connected. I didn't know them. I didn't know all these. Actually, mid 2000, Bala was gone, so Rosie's was back. Them was just coming out. Yeah, there wasn't too many selections, so I just picked the M12s.
Yeah. And like when I came back in 2021, it was me going on Reddit and discovering a lot of the same posts of like 30 to 40 somethings going, hey, do people still do this shit? And then, are fatties still around? You still make fatties? Where can I find fatties? And then getting disappointed. But yeah, there's more options than ever. There's more women in blading than ever.
Mhm.
It's so much more inclusive. Like, it's
But
just so open. It's great.
But isn't it crazy? In 4 years, there's so many brands.
Yeah.
Like there's brands just like coming out the wazoo. It's like, oh my gosh,
Independent brands too, not like big
independent
brands, right? Yeah.
Yeah, T-neck. Was it them? Standard. Yeah, so many. Even like a lot of brands from China, which I'm sure most of the skates come from.
Yeah.
And then
was it Cougar and Flying Eagle, I think is one.
Flying Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many. I can't keep up with it. Echo.
Oh,
right,
Echo.
You have the Echoes.
I got the Echoes, but soon to be RB Cameron Talbots. Yeah, I can't wait for those things, man. I skated the Pigeons, Tyreek Gibson. Thank you for letting me try those on. They fit great. They were just kind of heavy for the time, but I think my strength has gone up, so I think I can handle slightly heavier skates because the groove was in the perfect place. The sole kit was sole plate was like perfectly wide for my skating. So excited to get back into it.
Yeah, more options for your feet.
To be honest, though, everything has always been like it's better than them in this way, but still doesn't beat them so far. So we'll see how I feel about the RBs. Because like the thems are great. The only thing that I didn't like was after an hour of skating, my feet would hurt because there are 2 pressure points because I have like just wide feet for those boots. They're just too wide. That when you would expand, it would hurt.
That's what I'm saying. If you find something that fits you really well, you just stick with it. Unfortunately, I'm in between sizes. You're talking about in between sizes for most of other brands. And whatever Julio did with the Intuition liners in the boot, I can skate all day. Right? It just don't have to take them off.
Great advice for rollerblading and relationships. You find it, you stick with it.
That's right.
No regrets. Thanks again, Javier Buhanda. Was it Buhanda? Something like that. We got 4 left, Andy. What are we going for?
Let's go. New reaction.
New reactions. Right. Count us down.
3, 2, and 1.
Hey, what's up? It's Austin. I have something I want to vent about. It's 2025. Can we move on as a community from commenting 7 flame emojis every time somebody posts something?
Guilty.
Like, I get you're trying to show, like, love and appreciation, but let the person know what you like about the clip or them or their skating or whatever it is. Like, actually use words to communicate, not just emojis. I think we're all adults and we can handle that for the most part. I don't know. What do you think?
That's Austin Paz. Is it Paz or Paz? I've only seen it written. But Austin from Jump Street Podcast and Sally Soulplate fame. Thanks for your message.
So I have to say I'm guilty of that. I get what he's saying. Absolutely. We should probably leave supporting constructive comments, but yeah, I'm blaming. I do a lot of fire and hands up emoji.
This one, yeah,
you know,
that's me.
That's all the young people. That's what they do. It's all emojis, right?
Look, there's
At
so
least
many
we're-
people we want to hype up that this is just a shorthand, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And well, at least I'm not putting eggplants on people's profile.
Yeah. I mean, eggplants, flame emojis, hand emojis. I get it. They're the same kind of comments that you would leave on thirst trap posts and videos. So I think we can get a little more creative. Maybe add a little boot in there, add a little roller skate or an ice skate or whatever we got these days. That's the thing. We don't have any rollerblading emojis.
So let me ask you this. So I know people do the likes, they hit the like. So would it be better to send an emoji or no emoji if you like something?
And just like it.
Yeah, versus liking it. Like that'd be like, well, instead of saying like, let's give positive comments. But
that's a lot of work.
Whatever it is,
people don't like to, people don't like to
work. kids these days, they all have ADD. We can't write, right? Unless we use ChatGPT, but it's going to be all emojis.
That's right. You know what? You let ChatGPT use ChatGPT to write Austin the most bad crazy comment ever, and
There
then much appreciated for that comment, Austin. If you guys appreciate Austin, go ahead and leave 8 flame emojis in the chat in the comment section of this video to show your appreciation. They're all welcome.
There you go. Smiley face emoji.
Yes.
Thanks, Austin.
All right. Great one. Let's move on.
Let's go to the joke.
The joke comes down.
And 3, 2, and 1.
Shirt. Hi, this is Saul Rosenberg. I'm calling on behalf of the rollerblading community, and I'm asking, is rollerblading still considered gay? Because I am gay.
All right. First of all, Eric Garcia, I know that's you because I have caller ID on this. And second of all, really treading the line and getting me canceled on the first episode of the Inline Hotline. But for those that don't know, cool your keyboards. This is in reference to The Joke. If you guys are familiar with The Joke, Bill Burr, look up The Joke with Bill Burr. He has a great bit about it. About basically the premise is, do you know what it is, Andy? That
no.
There was a joke that came out in the 90s, and Bill Burr's like, that joke came out, and all of a sudden, 5 million pairs of rollerblades got thrown into the ocean. And it was like a homophobic joke about rollerblading. I'm not going to say it here, but, it's like, it's been appropriated to other things, but it was very synonymous with rollerblading at the time. But it's like, what's the hardest part about being a rollerblader? Telling your parents that you're gay, that whole homophobic thing back in the day, right? That was a joke that is attributed to, Bill Burr attributes to 5 million pairs of rollerblades being thrown in the ocean. So it's a throwback to that one.
Well, also, term gay means happy. Then we all enjoy rollerblading. So we're all gay, happy rollerbladers with our little fruit boots because there's so many colors now.
But also, rollerblading is gay. It's the gayest it's ever been, and it's better because of it.
Whoop, whoop.
8 flame emojis for gay rollerblading.
There you go. Rainbow emoji.
Thank you for calling. Emoji. Thank you for prank calling us, Eric Garcia. Appreciate it. You are no longer anonymous on this. Caller ID, man. All right. Next one.
Well, let's move down the line to Proline.
Proline.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, and 1.
Shirt. Hey, this is Dustin Dieter. I'm currently living in Muscat, Oman. I'm originally from Spokane, Washington. I guess my only question is I've seen pro wheels, pro t-shirts, pro shin guards, pro skates, but I've never seen pro liners. Why hasn't any company jumped on this pro liner game? It'd be really cool to see. Peace.
Interesting.
A great question.
Yeah.
Very great question.
Well, I don't know if it's some pro liners, but doesn't USD like some Aeons, for example, they have like the Scott, not what's his name, not Scott Crawford, but the Aeon skates and some of the pro riders, I think they just tag their name on it.
Well,
But
it's like a liner that matches the boot, but it's not like their signature liner, right? Like the Michael Witzman skate has that liner that's his color, but it's not like
right,
his liner technically.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and like the Danny Beer clear boot with the marble liner, that's not like the Danny Beer liner, but it's like part of the boot, right? But yeah, like with like saying, hey, it's just the liner, and this liner can go in any boot you want. That's not a bad idea, but also I think kind of weird to be like, hey, I'm gonna put Danny Beer inside Michael Witzman, right? Like I'm gonna put my foot inside Danny Beer, and then I'm gonna put Danny Beer inside like a turducken of sponsorships.
But there isn't too many liner companies because I know like Razor works with Rain.
Yeah.
Intuition's probably like
My fit.
its own company.
Right. Yeah, if anyone could do
But-
it, Intuition maybe, right?
Yeah, but I know John Julio specifically worked with Intuition to make it fit his boots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, why don't you, Brian? Anti-rocker liners, let's do it.
Well, I was thinking about pro socks, right? So like I'll have like, you know, a Tina sock, right? But then that's just as perverted, right? You got the Tina foot. No, wait, we'll say the Andy foot in the Tina sock, and then you put the Andy foot Tina sock into a Thais liner, and then you put the Thais into a Corey skate. And it's just like, how many layers of bladers can you put your foot into, right?
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving. That's your turducken.
Yeah, it's a little almost taboo sounding.
No, but we want to support everybody. I would do that.
That's true. Also, yeah, think about it. It's the rollerblading community wrapped around your foot.
Yeah,
Right?
the rollerblading rainbow.
Yeah,
Back to what Eric Garcia was saying.
that's right. Yeah, that's something to think about. If you guys have a suggestion on who would you want to wear on your foot to put into your boot, put that in the comments below. Off the bat, I don't know what kind of liner. Who do you think has great feet? No, that's don't answer that.
How often do you look at someone's feet?
Yeah.
You know, either they have their socks on, the liners on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no clue. I guess everybody has great feet.
Or like, yeah. Like okay, so like, you know, when Beats by Dre first came out, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. He's got to know music, so his headphones got to be awesome. So like, who do you think knows about feet that you would trust their liner? You know,
I would have to say, you know, when I skate a K2 Fatties, that thing will always bash my toes. I think if I wasn't rollerblading, my feet would probably look nicer. So maybe a lot of us have ugly feet because our toes are bashed in or nails all messed up.
LeBron feet.
LeBron.
Yeah. Those things are like a car accident, man.
Yeah, so I don't know if we want to look at Blader's feet.
Yeah, it's not. Put your feet in the comments below.
There you go. Feet emoji. Let's do
it. Dustin, thanks for that message. It's a head scratcher. Great one. Thank you. All right, let's close this out with apologies. Count us down.
Last one. 3, 2, and 1.
Shirt. This is Michael French and Derek French, and we're calling to find out if it's all right if we can get a pass from all the new school skaters, just for the word unity. If when you hear us say it, if you could just hear it as Savannah instead of getting really out of shape about it and calling us old. If you could just give us a pass for that, that'd be great. Is that okay? Anyways, Derek, do you have any questions? If we could just get a pass for being old and still doing it, I'd greatly appreciate it. Is that even Derek talking? Or is it just me doing both voices? I guess we'll never know.
Oh, that was a great way. That was a great last message. I love that one. The French brothers, some phenomenal bladers. The Steeziest too. They have like matching pairs of blades with their outfits. It's very, very awesome.
They do.
Yep.
I like watching them play skate with each other.
Oh, I've never seen that. Is there a clip of that online?
Yeah, the brother competition. Yeah, on YouTube.
No way. I got to see that. That sounds awesome. On behalf of me and Anti-Rocker Society gives you a pass because sometimes I don't know if I can tell the difference.
No, there's some people who argue AO Unity and Savannas and backstabs, whatever. I have no clue. In the 90s, we had frontside, backside, soul grinds. That's about it.
Yeah.
It made sense.
And then there's this great local guy. His Instagram handle is Ghost Boobs. I think he made a great point that there are no alley-oop groove tricks, right? Are there no alley-oop groove tricks? Because then if there's no alley-oop groove tricks, then you can eliminate the alley-oop unity, right?
That is true, because Royale's one way. You don't say alley-oop Royale. It's just a Favre.
Yeah.
Back torque and back slide. So let's keep Sav in then.
Sav stays. If you know,
Sav stays.
Even it could be a regional thing too. It could be a
Sorry,
regional
Mike
thing.
Jimenez.
Is he a no alley-oop unity guy? Is he an alley-oop unity?
No, I
positive
think
guy?
he is an alley-oop unity guy.
Oh yeah. Logically, it makes the most sense for me.
Yeah. Whatever.
And then
random.
Also, you guys get a pass for being older bladers and still freaking crushing competitions. Congrats to, I believe it was Mike over, what's the Midwest? Windy City Riot.
Yes.
Yeah, they got rained out, but the clips I saw coming out of there, they were still killing it.
I saw that. That was crazy.
It looks fun. I want to do Windy City Riot one year. I want to go see, because it just looks like a good time, like old school session, like old school bladers just getting together, like IMYTA style. And then Metro Card Classic. I want to do that so bad.
East Coast.
Yeah, those look super fun. But yeah, I think that does it for the inaugural episode of Inline Hotline. Andy, what'd you think?
Well, it was great. It was fun listening to people. I think more people should just chime in, do the telephone call. That's awesome. Thank you, Brian, for letting me be your guinea pig. How did I do?
Oh, you did great. It was fun. It's just like hanging out at Lakewood. It was great. Look, It's easy. This phone number goes straight to voicemail. Andy, I encourage you to call. Anyone that's watching, I encourage you to call. It's 846-4-BLADE-1. It's on the bottom right corner of the screen. It also, 4-BLADE-1 equals 425-2331. If you're outside of the United States, add a +1, 856-4-BLADE-1. That's a country code. Other than that, call us in. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your stories, your rants, all that kind of stuff.
Well, support Anti-Record Society. Shirt.
Oh, there it is.
Let's do it.
That's a one of one, a custom made for Andy right there. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one because I got a lot more voicemails to go through.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye.